TomoNews presents Virtual Currencies. Wannacry hackers are crying all the way to the bank. Ransomware hackers may have been able to lock thousands of computers around the world over this past week, but they haven't had much success getting their victims to pay up. Around 300,000 computers have been infected with Wannacry ransomware, but the hackers have only received just over $80,000 in Bitcoin ransom payments. That's roughly 25 cents per infected computer. Security experts say the hackers will find it difficult to spend the money because although Bitcoin can be held in anonymous accounts, anyone can see those accounts online and view a record of transactions. The hackers targeted a weakness in Windows XP, but experts said people still using that operating system were unlikely to be tech-savvy and thus are unfamiliar with Bitcoin. This led experts to question whether the hackers were motivated by money or had a political agenda. Although this isn't conclusive evidence, some of the code in the Wannacry malware has previously been used by hackers believed to be based in North Korea. So, were the hackers just hapless in their attempts to cash in? Or was the Wannacry attack driven by some shady political maneuvering? According to one security expert, the answer lies somewhere in the murky middle. The only sure thing is, this won't be the last we've seen of global ransomware attacks.
On February 11, 2009, someone called Satoshi Nakamoto announced to the internet that he had created a completely decentralized open-source P2P eCash system. Yep, Bitcoin. But no one really knew who Nakamoto was in real life until yesterday when Newsweek reporter Leah McGrath Goodman outed the person she thinks invented the world's most successful digital currency. This guy, 64-year-old Dorian Prentice Satoshi Nakamoto. And then shit got crazy. Journos showed up at the physicist-slash-engineer-slash-computer genius-slash-model train enthusiast's home in Temple City, California. He told them he was ready for a free lunch.
Why did you create Bitcoin, sir?
Okay, no questions right now. I want my free lunch.
Sir, can we ask you about Bitcoin? Why were you involved in Bitcoin?
Okay, I'm not involved in Bitcoin. Okay?
Who's involved in Bitcoin?
Wait a minute. I want free lunch first. I'm going to go with this guy.
He hopped into a light blue Prius and drove off with Ryan Nakashima, a reporter at Associated Press. And they did have lunch at Mako Sushi in Arcadia. But the pack kept after them, and finally they took refuge at the AP's headquarters in Los Angeles. And while the journos on the outside tweeted, shuffled, and selfied, Nakamoto and Nakashima talked for 2 whole hours. Then Nakashima announced that Nakamoto said that he is not the man behind Bitcoin after all, and hadn't even heard of it until 3 weeks ago. Which no one believes. But he is trying. And then the interwebs went ablaze with geek spew. So what do you think? Is it him?
Angliski.
Dogecoin. Will new cryptocurrency reach the moon? The Bitcoin bubble has given rise to a host of imitators hoping to cash in on the cryptocurrency craze. This gave Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer an idea. They started Dogecoin in December as a joke and didn't take it seriously. But the altcoin quickly found a following on Reddit. Dogecoin supporters see the currency as a force for social good. They've raised funds to send athletes to the Winter Games. The cryptocurrency is worth just a fraction of 1 US cent. Perhaps because of this, Dogecoin has surpassed Bitcoin in daily transaction volume. But will altcoin investors balk at Dogecoin's built-in inflation rate of about 5% per year? Or will discouraging hoarding help Dogecoin reach the moon? Leave your thoughts in the comments along with your Dogecoin address, and we'll tip you 100 Dogecoin. Wow, such currency, such comments.
Missed payment leads to space station foreclosure and epic space battle. Wait a minute, wait, what? Meet James Carl. By day, he's a banker. By night, he's a starship captain. He plays a game called Eve, and to win in this virtual world, you have to spend real money building your ships and training your crews. James's fleet he crafted over many months and over $3,000 is under attack, and the space stations he used to guard this sector have been taken by the enemy. The game takes a tremendous amount of time and energy to play, so it's no wonder why he and his crew are frantically trying to figure out what happened. At 3 a.m. in the morning. Looks like he'll be taking a sick day tomorrow. And all because he missed a payment on those 2 space stations that were supposed to be guarding the place. Wait a minute, you missed a payment in a video game. I know people who sleep better at night missing payments on cars and houses. The official word from the people who created the game say about the equivalent of $500,000 of damage had been done. You know, this might be a good time for James to invest in Bitcoin next time. Those payments will go a lot smoother. What do you think of massive multiplayer online RPG games and the people who obsess over them? Let us know in a comment.
Blockchain technology could transform the internet. Volatile cryptocurrency markets have experienced massive gains in recent months, followed by huge dips and then subsequent signs of recovery. You may have heard of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ether, or of the blockchain technology that underpins them. But what exactly is a blockchain? A blockchain is a digital database managed by a decentralized network of computers. The blockchain records transactions chronologically and publicly, distributing data through a peer-to-peer network hosted by millions of computers makes it far less vulnerable to hackers than a centralized network, and protects files from getting lost. When a user requests a transaction on the blockchain, it is broadcast to the peer-to-peer network of computers, known as nodes. The nodes validate the transaction, then combine it with other transactions to create a new block of data for the digital database. That block, which is both permanent and unalterable, is then added to the existing blockchain and the transaction is completed. The most well-known type of blockchain transactions probably involves cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin or Ethereum, which has a value token called Ether. More than 900 cryptocurrencies are currently traded on the internet, and the market is notoriously volatile. Blockchain technology can also be used to record transactions for digital information, or records like land rights and medical files. It may also have a huge impact on the Internet of Things. According to CNBC, recent drops in the cryptocurrency markets have been driven by profit-taking after Ethereum's exponential surge, uncertainty about a potential split in Bitcoin on August 1st, and startups selling large amounts of Ethereum after raising millions in US dollars of the digital currency.
MtGox goes offline after a $350 million hack job. MtGox, once the world's largest Bitcoin exchange, has gone offline after being hit by technical issues. And recently halted all withdrawals after spotting unusual activity. This unusual activity was apparently a 2-year-old virtual Italian job where hackers stole 744,408 bitcoins worth around $350 million, making it the largest Bitcoin heist ever. Hackers exploited a bug that allowed them to withdraw the same bitcoins twice and even remove bitcoins from supposedly secure cold wallets that MtGox stored offline. The theft is a huge blow to those with massive Bitcoin boners, as serious investors will no doubt continue to write off Bitcoin. Yeah, you might as well just park your money in the bank where it's safe.
MtGox, the world's biggest Bitcoin exchange, stopped trading on Monday after losing a large amount of the virtual currency in hacking attacks that went unnoticed for years. Users can generate Bitcoin transaction requests using computers or mobile devices. Every request enters the blockchain, a public ledger of sorts. The transaction is then confirmed by the other computers on the Bitcoin network, usually within 10 minutes. Just like any other currency, users must trade their fiat currencies via exchanges like MtGox to get Bitcoins. MtGox has a hot wallet, which works like an ATM machine or cash float in a register to pay customers. It used offline cold storage as a safe to deposit Bitcoin reserves. The Japan-based exchange is believed to have been hit by repeated hacking attacks over the past few years, which wiped out its entire cold storage. MtGox has lost 744,000 bitcoins, which constituted 6% of the total bitcoins in circulation. The embattled exchange MtGox has received a subpoena from federal prosecutors in New York.
Dogecoin Doner dishes out 14 million coins to Doge for water. Since December, it's been a Doge world as the cryptocurrency is giving away more than it's hoarded. Reddit and 4chan users tip each other hundreds of thousands just for kicks. Last Friday, an anonymous benefactor going by the name of Hood donated 14 million Doge coins to Doge for Water, a campaign looking to provide drinking water to parts of eastern Kenya. He responded via Twitter, "I am here for the greedy, taking the crumbs and spreading them to those in need." He added the Dogecoin community had pure intentions and he wanted to help them out. The Dogecoin community has already shown itself to be charitable by helping out the Jamaican bobsled team and the trio of Indians to get to Sochi. Yo, where my Doges at? PayPal better watch out.
The digital currency Bitcoin lost more than 60% of its value in 5 hours on Wednesday. One way of acquiring Bitcoins is to buy them online. Last week, one Bitcoin was worth $181 and 17 cents. Or you can mine Bitcoins by generating the number that the Bitcoin network is looking for in 64-digit numbers. Then you need to find an online store that accepts Bitcoins and make a purchase. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoins, and around 11 million Bitcoins are in circulation today. 25 new Bitcoins are produced every 10 minutes. There have been fears that a bubble is being created, with speculators piling into Bitcoins.
Biggest FIFA YouTubers hacked. Gamers nearly have aneurysms. EA Sports has done it again. And by done it, we mean they let themselves get hacked again. 6 of the top FIFA video gamers on YouTube had their EA Origin accounts hacked last month. Anderson Gibb, W2S, Nepenthez, Nick28T, Bateson87, and Matt HT Gamer have more than 9 million YouTube subscribers between them. It is believed that the hackers were able to convince EA Sports to transfer the video gamers' Origin accounts to email addresses owned by the hackers. The cyber thieves stole millions of FIFA coins, the in-game currency, and deleted valuable players and entire teams. Matt HD Gamer said hackers got rid of valuable players such as Ronaldo, who cost 3.4 million FIFA coins, meaning he cost about 1,223 actual dollars. W2S, who dropped about 1,700 bills, said someone pretending to be him in an EA customer service online chat was able to get into his account armed only with his email address. EA has struggled with FIFA account hackers, many of which can sell FIFA coins on the gray market for actual cash.